this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do an unboxing of a kit I am really excited to have acquired. So I have got here Reading Time by Spangler. And if you don't recognise this kit, if you're maybe newer to Diamond Art Club paintings, it's because it came out really quite a while ago, probably getting on for maybe 2 years. And it was during a period when Diamond Art Club were releasing a lot of kits as limited editions. And I think this one came out as a limited edition and sold out pretty much straight away. And it's been quite sought after ever since. And I remember it well. I was on holiday in Devon and I had just bought a couple of kits that had come out earlier that week. So when they announced this one for the Saturday, I thought, that is really sweet, but I've kind of spent all the money I have for this week. So I didn't buy it. And then it sold out, and then I've kind of had regrets ever since. And it came up in a destash group recently, and the thing with discontinued kits is because of the nature of supply and demand, they can get quite pricey. But this was on for a really reasonable price. I think I paid £70 including postage, which is really pretty comparable to retail price if I had been buying this kit brand new. So I really appreciated that. And yeah, I snapped it up. So it is a 70 by 70 centimetre painting. And yeah, I love my Spangler paintings. There are loads of them, and I would say the majority I don't buy because I'm not someone who likes to work on the same kind of thing all the time. So if I had loads and loads of dragling paintings, I just wouldn't get round to them. But now and again, I like to pull one out. And obviously, I'm just making sure I've got my favourites. So it will, I think, already have been opened because obviously this is a destash kit. And I don't think there's a toolkit either. That was disclosed on the destash post. But that doesn't bother me at all because I don't really do anything with my destash kits, my tool kits, because I use my own accessories. So that is not a problem. So yeah, excited to take a look. That didn't feel like it had been opened, but I imagine it probably has been. Okay, so I think that's everything from inside. Yeah, so they've taken out the thank you for purchase leaflet. Oh, the little stickers here. Cool. So I like to put these on the side of the box. Sorry, I'm just trying to reach around my tripod to do things, which hasn't worked so well. So I'm going to put that on the side of the box. And then I'll be able to find it easier in my cupboard. And, oh, it's been printed slightly on a slant. That's funny. Or has it? Is that my eyes playing tricks on me? It could be, you know. 61 colours. So this came from a time when they weren't tending to have as many colours. Quite often now you get 2 sticker sheets because they've got more than 67 colours, which is the most they can fit on. But this at the time would have been, you know, quite a hefty amount of colours, 61. So there's nothing like fairy dust drills because they didn't exist yet. But I have got 5 ABs, 5 colours that have a DMC under 150. Sorry, I got really distracted then because I looked out the window and there was an ambulance on my road. So yeah, I hope that everyone is okay. Yeah, and lots of greens, as you would assume from the artwork. There's going to be a lot of greenery in this, and browns, all those earthy tones, but also really beautiful bright pops of colour, which is what I love to see. Oh, I'm so chuffed to have this. I just think it's so adorable. Okay, so I'm going to have a look through here. I don't think I'm going to get all of the drills out. I don't tend to do that when I'm not filming a sneak peek because I'm not very good at wrapping them up. And I have loads of like busted boxes where I've not rolled them up tight enough and then it's too wide for the box and they're busting out. But you can get a really good idea of the colour palette just by looking at the side here. Oh, and I can see a beautiful blue AB in there and a white AB and a sort of green AB. I don't know if you can see those as well. There's some really gorgeous colours. Oh, this is going to be so much fun to diamond paint. I would imagine, given the timing of when it came out, that the drills are going to be Yeah, these are the first upgrade drills. So when I started buying from Diamond Art Club, they had drills that were a mixture of 9 and 13 facets, like most places have. And then they upgraded so that everything had 13 facets. And I actually really enjoyed that part of the drill evolution. So that suits me fine. And that will mean as well that the grid was tightened, because when they used to have a mixture of drills, they didn't fit as snugly together because they were a bit more prone to trash at that point. It was before they started having them manufactured in their own factory. But once they started to make all their own ones, they tightened in the grid so that they fit in together really snugly. And I love, love, love that. I actually find it quite hard to do square diamond paintings that don't have that anymore. So yeah, I think these all look really good from what I can see whilst peering through the side of the bag. And I think that that is going to be super fun. Okay, right. Let me roll this back on itself. It's quite an unusual size, or at least for me it is. I don't think I have any like this. If I have a square painting, they tend to be smaller ones. And then, ooh, doing a painting with one side of 70 centimeters typically means it's one of the massive ones to me, whereas because this is square, it's big, but it's not massive, if that makes sense. But 70 centimeters aside, I don't even know what I'm rambling on about, but it's a big old square diamond painting. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Here we go. Here it is. Oh, it is so adorable. And the greens look really, really bright. I know this is just the canvas, but it tends to match the colour of the drills quite well. So it's not going to be like a muted, boring greenery. It's really bright and vibrant. I love the details. Like, there's often books, it's almost always in fact books in Randolph Spangler paintings, and they always tend to be in bright colours, and they also always tend to be quite colour blocky, so they're often good relief if there's a lot of detail in the rest of the painting, and that's exactly what I see here. I love the rabbit and the little mouse, and there's a frog or a toad, I'm not sure. And what's that thing down there? Apparently, based on this picture, it's a little fairy. Oh, and there's a tortoise. It's funny, I don't always see the details when I'm staring. And the owls. Oh, there's so many different animals. That's so fun. And the idea of them all gathering to read a book is brilliant, isn't it? With the draglings. The draglings, if you didn't know, have this whole backstory. So they come from a land called, if I remember correctly, Omlandia. And they come through to our world, usually to steal food, like they really like chocolate chip cookies and that kind of thing. But then often there is a book element as well. And I don't see food in this one. So I guess in this one, they've just come to hang out with the woodland animals and do some reading. And what are they reading? The Great, oh, I can't read it in that. I'm sure it will be perfectly legible once diamond painted, but my eyes are just... The Great Dragling Adventure. Brilliant. And then that book there is Turtle Tales. I love it. Oh, there's a little blue bird up the top as well. And the acorn lamp. This is a lamp. That's so fun. Oh, I'm gushing a little bit, aren't I? And I haven't actually shown you the top yet. There you go. There's the owls. It also looks like, considering all this greenery comes from trees, and I associate trees with confetti, with having to change the colour in my tray really often, it's not that kind of trees. And these look like there's lots of small blocks of colour in, so, you know, maybe it won't actually be that slow going. Often Spanglers are not too heavy on the confetti, which it's nice. You know, I pull one of these out when I want bright colours and a fairly easy project. Okay, I'm going to pan over it so you can see it all a bit more up close, and then I will come back and see if I can spot where some of those special drills go. So I hope you're all suitably enchanted by this, as I am. I just can't believe I managed to find this after all this time for such a reasonable price. Really happy. Okay, so as I said, I've got 5 ABs and they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in terms of codes. So I'll see what I can spot. One looks to be a grey. Now I didn't see that when I was peering through the side of the pack. But I love grey and brown ABs for some reason. They just have really fun coatings. So yeah, always happy to see those in a painting. And there's some of that in this mouse. And did I see some down here a little bit in this fairy's wing? Because there's another fairy over here. And I don't think, oh, a little bit in that book, in the pages of that book. But yeah, not too much of that one. 2 is a pink, and I did see that one. That was really pretty. Now, looking at the pink sections, and is it that I can't see it for looking, or is it somewhere else? Where is the symbol 2? Oh, there's more 1s down here in the bottom as well. Am I being silly? Is it more of a red or something? Am I looking at the wrong place? I see a tiny bit up there, but I thought there was more of that. Oh, there's a little bit down here in these toadstools. So I'm guessing it is more of a red then. Okay. Obviously not masses of that one. 3 is a bright green. There's always some green AB action with these draglings. And you can see it here in their little faces. I try to remember what they're called. Is it like dragma or... I don't know. I can't remember. And then there is some around here in the plants, and there's a little section of it as well up there and over here by the owl, just spread around. 4 is a blue. Oh, blue is the one I saw a fairly big bag of. I'm getting muddled. And there's quite a bit of that down here on this kind of, what is it? It's like a sort of, well, it's just plant life on this stone that the frog's sitting on. So there's some of that down there. Oh, hi, Harry. Hello. You come to look at all the animals. There's no cat in it. Can you believe it? Oh, yeah, you have a good scratch on my painting. So all of this writing on this book, The Great Dragling Adventure, is in blue ABs. Oh, what's happening? It's moving underneath you. No scratching. Those blue books over there, and then surely there's going to be some in this bluebird up here, but I don't actually see any. Okay, not loads of these ABs then. And then white is a 5, and there's some in all the pages of the books on this owl's face, although Harry's doing his best to block that. And then loads in the rabbit here. He's really sweet. He's going to be glowing. And these books again, and then the mouse, just accents where the light's shining down on all of these animals and sort of hitting their faces, and a bit on the fairy wings. So quite a lot of the white one, but not so much of any of the others. But that's fine. I think a little bit makes, you know, gives you that magical accent effect, but it doesn't need loads because there's all the bright colours. So there you have it. Anyone else got this painting still in their stash or been looking for it? Am I going to make anyone very envious that I managed to get it? Because yeah, it's one of those ones I don't really know. I don't understand how it gets decided when things are going to be discontinued quickly after release. And certainly because they release a lot of Spanglers, I think that made it more likely that more of them would be limited edition back when they were bringing things out as limited edition and labeling them like that. But this is one that I think a lot of people have been waiting for and were really keen for. So yeah, it was a strange one. I was always surprised that the chance to grab this was sort of there and gone, like. But yeah, never mind. I found it. It is mine. It is not leaving me. And I'm really looking forward to working on this one at some point. So thanks very much for watching this with me, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. I think I need to go and feed Harry. That's why he's hassling everything. He wants some lunch. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, but you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider doing that as well. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.